Greetings everyone. It's Mr. Shajoy here, and welcome to Back to Basics. What is it that we are looking at now? Basically, we are still looking at our analytical geometry, and today we are going to be, going through the question which it was the past paper from I think the year 2016. Right now, what is it that you are going to do now from here? Firstly, uh, the first question, 3.1, they say, uh, show that a triangle ABC with vertices A, B, and C is an isosceles triangle, right? So now it is simple to do what to do, or rather to show whether is it a triangle an isosceles triangle or not. We can just simply calculate the distance of the side, right? So which means we can just do it like what? You can just calculate what is the length of A, B, and also calculate the length of AC. Also, again, it is as simple as that, right? So now let's see. So we are going to say, firstly, uh, my AB, it is going to be same as what? Remember, this is same as x2 subtract x1 squared plus this is y2 subtract y1 squared. This is going to be same as what? Remember, this is, we are doing the distance. So now from here, when we are looking for AB, this is going to be same as, let's say we can start with 3 subtract 1 squared plus this is going to be y subtract 1, or rather 6 subtract 1 squared, right? 6 subtract 1 squared. And then the answer that you're going to have here, can you see that here? This is same as what? This is same as your 4, because 3 subtract 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 5 subtract 2, 6 subtract 1 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So which means basically the length here it's going to be root of 29. Altogether, now let's look at our AC and C in terms of what is that you have as our AC. Now again, we are still using the same distance, x2 subtract x1 squared plus this is y2 subtract y1 squared, right? And then what is it that you are going to have now from here? So from here, this is going to be same as your 6. Right. Let's see. This is going to be your 6 subtract 1. Let's get this is going to be same as your 6 subtract 1 squared plus this is same as your 3 subtract 1 squared. Now, and can you see this is same as what? This is same as your 25 because 6 subtract 1 is 5. 5 squared is 25. 3 subtract 1 is 2. It is 2. 2 squared. It is what? It is 4. Can you see that now? This is going to be your what? Your root of 29 also, right? So then now, and since this is the root of 29, then you can conclude that, look, my AB is equals to AC. Therefore, the triangle is a what? Is an isosceles triangle, right? Then the triangle is an isosceles triangle. Why are we saying that? Because, two opposite or two adjacent sides are equal, right? So basically, that is going to be the reason why we are saying this particular, or rather, this particular triangle is going to be an isosceles triangle. Hopefully, that makes sense to you. Let's just move swiftly along to our next question. Right? Let's move swiftly along to our next question. Now let's just make up our space so that we can, be in a position that we calculate for the next one. Now the next question, they want us to show that the coordinate of C, they want us to show that the coordinate of C is 8 and 0, right? So now already for the coordinates of C, you know that your y is going to be 0 because this is going to be what? This is your x-intercept coordinate, right? And when it's your x-intercept coordinate, your y is always going to be close to 0, right? So now, what else then now are you then going to do from here? Now to show that the coordinate of C is 8 and 0, now let's see. So for example, in the diagram, you are given that you're having ABCD, which is a kite, and then what? You are having point A, which is 3 and 5. You're having point B, which is -1 and -4. AD. So they are saying AD is same as DC, obviously, because this is a kite, so adjacent sides are equal. And what? And your AB is equals to your CB. That is also that. And then now they say AD is 5 units. So AD is 5 units, right? And also now CT is perpendicular. to what? To the x-axis, then the diagonal at what? At P. So now what is it that you are going to do? So in order for us to do this, and now we are going to say, and now they are saying, look, they are saying that your AD, your distance AD, let me just look, plot this, right? So they are saying your distance AD, or rather from A, let's start from here, from point of origin to from this particular point to A. Remember, this is same as what? The XA coordinates, right? Can you see that this is 3 units, right? Because when they are saying A is 3, which means they are saying from the original point till this point, right? It's going to be 3. And they are also telling us now from here that from A to D, it is how many units? From 8 to D. From 8 to D, it's going to be how many units? It is going to be 5 units, right? So which means now the entire distance from what? From O to C, it is going to what? It's going to be 8. Can you see that? Right? So which means basically now they say show that now this is going to be that, right? And now we are going to say, for an example, you're going to say AD is parallel to the x-axis, right? Can you see that AD, remember AD is what? Is parallel. They told us that is parallel to the x-axis. That's the first thing that we are told, right? So which means now A and D, A and also D have what? They have the same y coordinates. They have the same y coordinates. Coordinates. Altogether. So then what does that mean basically? So which means now we know that but we know that look, we know that our AD is equals to 5 units, right? AD is 5 units, and from here we also know that your OA, it is what? It is 3 units, right? So therefore, you what? Your OC, it is given by what? It is given by OA plus your OD plus your, or rather, your OA plus your AD, which means basically this is going to be 5 plus 3, which is going to be 8 units altogether. Remember, I am doing this because they said they wanted us to show that altogether. So this is me trying to explain what is it that happened in here, right? Hopefully this makes sense to you now. Let's move swiftly along. Now, the next question that we are required to do here, they want us to do what is going to be what? They want us to calculate what is going to be the coordinates of P. Now, the coordinates of P, what is it that you are going to have for a coordinate of P? Let's see now. So for coordinate of P, to calculate the coordinate of P, you can simply find out in terms of what is going to be the C. Remember already here, you know that this is what? It's 8 and 0, right? And now what is it that you can do? Now you can say your P is also what? P is the midpoint of what? Of AC. Can you see that P is the midpoint of what? Of AC, which means here, if you can say the X of A plus the X of C divided by 2, the y of A plus the y of C divided by 2, you can find out what is going to be your P altogether. Now, which means this is going to be the x of A, which is same as 3 plus 8 over 2, right? The other one is same as what? 5 plus 0 over 2. And then what is going to be that particular distance here? Can you see that this is same as 11 over 2, right? And this is same as what? 5 over 2 altogether. So which means basically the coordinates here, it's 11 over 2. Then this is 5 over what? 5 over 2. Can you see that? So basically that is going to the coordinate of P. Right? Now hopefully this makes sense to you now. Let's just move swiftly along now to the next question. The next question is they wanted us to calculate what is going to be the gradient of the line BD, right? BD. Now, I want you to have an understanding of this. Remember, since this they said, uh, it's the kite. One thing that we know about the diagonals of the kite is that they meet at 90 degrees, right? They are perpendicular to each other, right? So now, what does that mean? Which means basically, if I want to find out what is going to be, let's say, the gradient of BD, for an example, right? I can use two things, right, to calculate the gradient of BT. I can use what? And now I can use firstly my coordinates of D. Remember my coordinates of D, it is going to be same as what? The coordinates of D, remember here it's share the same point of X, so which means the X is 8, and then it share the same point of what? Of Y, which means your Y is 5. Can you see that? Okay, so basically that is going to be the coordinates D. There's no need for us to even calculate. So then I can say my gradient of my what? Of my BD. It is going to be same as y2 subtract y1 over x2 subtract x1. Then what is going to be the y2? The y2, can you see that this is same as what? Let's say you say 5 subtract -4 over, this is going to be same as 8 subtract what? 8 subtract -1. And then what is going to be this? This is same as 9 over 9, which is same as 1. Can you see that? Which means the grade of this particular line is going to be 1. Right? Now, number 2. What is it that they want us to calculate from here? Let's just move up our diagram a little bit here so that we can see in terms of what is the next question requiring us to do. Right? Now, in the next question, they say what is going to be what the length of AC. They want us to calculate what is going to be the length of AC. Luckily, we already know all these, so we can just simply say our length of AC is going to be same as what we use the distance formula. X2 subtract x1 squared plus y2 subtract y1 squared. Now, what is going to be this? The x2 here, you can decide which one you want to make this. Let's say I make this my what? Let's say I make this to be my 8. Let's say this I make this to be my 8 subtract 3, right? 8 subtract 3 squared plus this other one is going to be same as what? It's 8 subtract 3. This other one is going to be 0 subtract 5 squared. And then what is it that I'm going to have here? 8 subtract 3 is same as 5. 5 squared is 25. Then here, -5 squared is same as 25, right? And then which means this is going to be the square root of what? Of 50, which is same as 5 root 2, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. That's going to be basically the answer that you are required in here. Now, lastly, they want us to find out what is going to be the area of the kite, right? The area of the kite. Now, in order for us to find out what is going to be the area of the kite, let's start here, right? Let me just make up my space here and see in terms of what is it that I can do here, right? Now, my area of the kite is going to what? A, B, C, D. So now I can start by doing what? Let's say, for an example, remember the area. The area here, it is going to be same as what? I can start by calculating what? I can start by calculating what is going to be my what? My AC. Let's say I look for my length of my AC, right? Luckily, I already found out that my length of my AC is root 50. Secondly, I can calculate now what is going to be my length of my BT. Okay. So as soon as I get that, remember the area of the kite, it's going to have the diagonals, right? It's going to have, it's going to have BT. Remember the area here, the area is going to be 1 over 2 multiplied by what? This is multiplied by AC multiplied by what? Multiplied by BT. So basically that is going to be that. So the best thing that I can do, I can start by calculating what is going to be my BT first, the length of my BT. So now I can just come back here and substitute. Remember this one here, it's same as what? This is same as your 8 plus 1. I can say 8 plus 1 squared. This other one is going to be same as 5 plus 4 squared. And then what is going to be this one? This is same as 9 plus 9, which is 81 plus 81. And 81 plus 81, you're going to get root 162. Okay. And when I get root 162, what is it that I'm going to do now? So I am going to say my area. And the reason why I'm using this, remember these are two different triangles, right? So I could use the triangles, but the best thing for us to calculate the area, you can just say this is 1 over 2 multiplied by what was my AC? The AC that I got, it was root 50 multiplied by root 162 altogether. And then now I am going to find out what is going to be my area. And the area that I'm going to find here, it's going to be same as 45, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be 45 right? So this is going to be 45 units squared, right? So basically that is going to be the area of this particular kite that they are looking for. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense to you now and you are in a position to answer all these questions. Thank you very much for your cooperation.